to this week's recap of The Bachelor.
All right, Chris Soules, what are you up to? What are you up to this week?
Well, usually Chris is responsible for picking who goes on what dates.
Right.
This week, no.
Uh-oh, his sisters are going to show up and pick who gets to go on the one-on-one date this week.
Whoa, but we'll get there.
All right, well...
I'm going to pull a Julie Chen, but first...
the group date.
Let's do what feels natural.
Let's go to the water hole.
Okay, so they get there, and they're at this lake, and they're all stripping down, and we're just like, Chris, abs.
Didn't the show make you do 6-minute abs at least?
Not.
At the very least?
He needed 7. I don't know. I don't want to be a bitch.
What about 5-minute abs?
So anyway, things get a little crazy. Everyone's vying for Chris's attention, and everyone thinks, hey, what's the best way to get attention? I'm going to start taking off my clothes that I'm not wearing already.
Ashley I was hardly wearing her shorts. I mean, I know she had a bathing suit on underneath them, but you don't walk around with your freaking shorts zipped down and...
It's crazy.
She took her top off.
She decided to take her top off and jump in the water. Not to be outdone, Caitlin says, I'm going to take my bottoms off.
I think a lot of people were pissed about that.
I think so too.
So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, the sisters...
Chris's 3 sisters arrive at the house, and they're like, let's chat.
Thank God Jillian was out by the pool with her ass out there, because they didn't see that. They went and, somebody else went and got her and
Keep in mind, the sensors are on while she's wearing clothing. What the heck?
Thank God she wrapped a towel around that A before she sat untucked on the sofa.
No. So the sisters took all the girls that were at the house aside one at a time to chat with them and see.
They didn't chat with them, they grilled them.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, so back at the dingy hellhole, Kelsey's getting really bitchy.
She's like, I'm from Michigan. This is not a good lake.
You know what's a good lake?
Lakes.
Michigan. Alright, so...
she was not having a good time.
Natcher got back at her, and a bee came and stung her. It tried to sting her on the vagine, but it only got her in her thigh.
Ow!
Yeah. Oh my God, can anybody help me?
Yeah.
I got stung.
But every time Chris came around, I'm having such a great time.
Alright, put together the tents, because we're camping overnight.
Everyone was just like, I only brought 1 makeup bag.
Or 1 makeup bag.
Yeah. So, it's back at the house. It's time to find out who's going to get that date chosen by the sisters.
Who did them sisters pick? Why, it's young Jade.
Oh, she got the one-on-one date, and the card said, it was a fancy card, by the way. It was
very
like gold.
fancy. They blew the budget on that one. It was nicer than the fantasy suite cards.
Whoa. So the card told her, you're getting dressed up, and you're going to this royal ball, and it's going to be from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m., and Chris doesn't know.
Only 4 hours? No. I need more.
They got to loan out that jewelry, you know? They can't keep it forever.
It's a royal ball, and she's going to be Cinderella.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that movie. Can't wait.
Can you say movie tie-in?
I can. Movie tie-in.
Alright, so back at the wiener roast, he whips the rose out of the cooler along with the raw meat. And
everyone's just like...
yeah, Chris is really digging Caitlin on this date.
They seem really natural together, I have to say.
They're hitting it off. And Kelsey is fake as F. No, she's all like...
yeah, exactly. Right. Ashley S. having a great time.
As usual.
What was going on there? She had her alone time with Chris.
What are you?
She's like, what are you? I know that you're like Scorpio. Like, that's not what that's not what I meant. What are you?
I totally love you.
Are you
I mean,
a
like,
human?
I love you. I love you. Don't you?
She's basically like, I love you, and it was like,
I love you.
Whoa.
I love you. They must have used her voice for the Build-A-Bear.
They might have.
I love you.
Yeah.
So Ashley I decides to steal him next. There's some awkward kissing going on there.
Yeah.
She's very inexperienced.
I don't need to. It's not.
Very. Alright, so the rose goes to...
Caitlin!
She took her bottoms off. Alright. She deserves it.
So after that, Chris was like, alright, everyone, to your tents.
So Ashley I took that to mean, I'm going to go to Chris's tent.
I mean, come on. He was like, go to your tense.
Yeah. She's like, I thought this would have been bigger.
Okay, well, she decided it's time to tell Chris a little bit more about herself that he may not already know.
Okay. Okay. I never had a boyfriend before.
And he was just like...
And when she said she never had a boyfriend, she doesn't mean she's just a virgin. She means she never had a boyfriend before. Because nobody wants to go out with her.
No, I don't think he was really grasping what was going on because he looked really drunk, like wasted.
Yeah, alright, so Ashley back at the
House.
Was it the house?
Yes.
Oh, she was pissed that Jade got the date.
They find out that the sisters have already visited. Jade's going on the princess date, and Ashley I's like, I'm the princess. I should have this date.
What did she expect though? She wasn't even there when the sisters were there.
Well, she's saying
already
it
out on a
sucks.
date.
She wanted to go on that date.
Dummy. All right, so a crew of people, and when I say a crew, this was some crew with pink hair and
They're there.
Yeah.
They're there to help Jade get ready for her date.
There's a whole room of ball gowns. Well, she chose the ball gown, but there was a whole selection of different dresses to wear.
Shoes, which she gets to keep.
And diamond earrings from Neil Lane.
Which she gets to keep.
Nice.
What? That's awesome.
And some dude in a car came and picked her up, too.
One of those old-timey cars.
Yeah, it looked like a Rolls Royce or something.
So while he was waiting for Jade to show up, by the way, he did not know that it was going to be Jade.
Right.
Chris,
it was a total surprise.
He's practicing his dance moves, and...
all she kept saying was, I want to throw up.
Sorry, it was just not good.
It was
sorry.
Horrific.
So, they have their dinner, they're having a great time, they're talking about their past relationships and stuff.
I was engaged before.
So was I.
I dated someone for 7 years.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, if you're dating someone for that long and you don't marry them, first of all, I would never date anyone for 7 years.
Everyone's different. Also, he did say it was long distance. There's like weird long distance stuff in there.
7 years?
Let's not judge.
7 years?
All right, so they're having a good time. Back at the house, Ashley I just cannot deal with the fact that she's not on this date. So she puts on her gown that she bought specifically for a princess date.
But she's got nowhere to go except parking her ass on the sofa with a corn cob and a glass of wine.
What?
Really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
that was so classy.
Back on the date.
Jade gets the rose.
Yeah, and they also have a private performance for Chris and Jade.
This wasn't as awkward because it wasn't just somebody singing. It was like a
full
whole
orchestra, sort of.
But the dancing, though...
They were up on this platform, and they got to watch clips from the movie, Cinderella.
You think they would have learned some dancing from the movie.
Nope.
Well, granted, they only had to dance on this little circle.
I don't think that's why it was bad. But anyway... She had to run off at midnight because it's a Cinderella theme.
She didn't leave. She didn't throw a shoe though.
No, that glass slipper that was sitting there was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it was. All right, so it's time for the next group date. Let's get dirty.
So this date card arrived with some boxes,
which they all ripped off the covers all at once. so that nobody could be like, oh my God, look at this. And you're like, my box isn't open.
Well, they all got wedding gowns.
The cheapest ass wedding gowns you've ever seen.
Well,
they were practically see-through.
Yeah, so they get in those wedding gowns, they hop on this private plane.
You're not going to a Cinderella date, you're going to Muckfest to raise awareness for multiple sclerosis.
It was in San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a Tough Mudder situation.
But not so tough.
Right, it wasn't
dirty.
like you're getting electrocuted
like a dirty
or anything.
Yeah, nobody's like pushing you with, cushions.
Right.
All right, so
it's to raise awareness for MS.
Right, the winner is going to get a one-on-one with Chris in Frisco.
All right.
Will they be eating Frisco sandwiches?
They might be.
All right, well, let's cut right to the chase because that's exactly what happened. Jillian left everyone in the dust.
She really did.
All she does is work out like freaking Popeye.
She kicked their A's. Like it wasn't even close. Not even close.
Cut to dinner. This was an awkward situation.
So Chris is like, okay, Jillian, tell me what you're doing in 5 years. Where do you see yourself?
I don't know. I guess I'm going to be working out because, I didn't used to be so good looking, and I said, I think I should work out. And
she did all the talking.
On and on.
I don't think Chris is used to that. He was just like,
I don't know what's happening in 5 years. That's a long time. It's 5 years. Oh boy.
There wasn't really a connection there, it seemed like.
The highlight of the dinner was when she asked her, would you rather question.
This was so bad.
So, would you rather have sex with a homeless girl and you not know what diseases she has just for, having sex, or would you rather not have sex for 5 years?
I don't think he answered that. Or at least they didn't show it to save face.
No rose for you. Bye!
Yeah, it was kind of awkward, too, because she was like, well, she was kind of trying to reverse it, and he was just like, no, I'm
not
breaking
gonna
up
work.
with you.
Not gonna work.
Yeah.
So it's time for the cocktail party. Oh, boy.
Megan decided she was going to pull something out of her boobs and blindfold Chris.
Looked like a Ninja Turtle mask without the holes cut out.
She wanted to play a little game. She wanted to see
Guess
how
the
strong
fruit
his
and
senses
chocolate.
are. She didn't know what all the senses were.
Okay, really?
Really. She was like, yeah, your eyes and your smell and the other ones.
Nice. Okay, so that was cute. And he really liked the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ashley I was like,
What do you
hello.
remember from our conversation in the tent?
Do you remember me telling you anything? And he was like, well, you're very conservative. She's like, I'm a virgin!
And he was just like, that's great. Yeah, that's wonderful.
I respect you. So she thought she freaked him out, but she freaked herself out.
She was crying. She was just like...
She just needs to stay away from the alcohol.
Yeah,
and
well
everything.
then she decided to let the rest of the girls know what was up too. And basically all of them were like, really?
Well, your mouth's not a virgin because you were all over him 30 times.
And then that other girl was like, yeah, I'm a virgin too. I wasn't going to tell him, whatever. Not a big deal.
I know. Now they're all just like, okay, you're normal. All right. So Britt, in her little one-on-one time, calls him out for not having integrity.
Seems like she's getting a little jealous because Caitlin is kind of like the front runner now instead of Britt.
Why did you give her the rose? Because she took her bottoms off? And he's like,
Oh
yes,
man, yeah. He
no.
stopped and started many times.
My integrity.
Yeah, so he didn't like being called out like that.
No, because he's there for right reasons. Right reasons. All right, so it's the rose ceremony. Let's see who survives.
The first rose went to Whitney.
Oh, thank you. Then Carly.
Thank you, my brother Zach W.
And the final one goes to, drumroll, Britt.
Yay.
She survived. So going home was...
That was a huge, keep your mouth shut next time, though.
Yeah.
Right?
But she probably won't last long because
It's kinda
it's
like
like
a
a producer
SmackDown.
thing. It's a producer thing, you know?
Seems like the fires have gone out there.
Yeah. So who went home? Some dark-haired chick? Who was she?
I don't know.
I don't
We never
remember
saw her.
Ashley S.
Oh, man. I was actually kind of upset to see her go.
You're an alien.
When she walked out, they showed her exit during the clip at the end. And she
With
was
no
all
interview, though.
Yeah. She was all like, I felt nothing. I don't have emotions. I feel nothing.
Bye. All right, and then Julian, he was like, yeah, I don't want to waste your time. Go home to your daughter.
Julia?
Julia.
I was like, wait, who's Julian?
Julia. Go home to your daughter.
You could tell he really respected her. He took the time to walk her out. He was like, you're an amazing person.
He spent a lot of time with her.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, kids, this S is going timber.
They're hitting the
It's
road.
going down.
There's some crazy, confusing things going on.
Carly and Kelsey are behind closed doors with him. That's looking shady.
Everyone's getting really pissed off at Kelsey.
And Kelsey has a crying / panic attack
I don't know what that was,
episode
but we'll find
on
out.
a bathroom floor somewhere, just like...
Yeah.
Not that that's funny.
It's not funny at all.
But...
Yeah. So let us know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments. Who do you think the front runner is now? And do you think the right people went home?
Who's there for right reasons?
Oh.
Right. Till next time.
Much love.
Edit.